how do you open up an office in Hong Kong, China, and what do you do? So we did it the old-fashioned way, and we made lots of phone calls to people we knew and asked for their advice and did all that. And chances at that time where we were looking to open an office in Hong Kong. Could we afford to do that? Negative. But did we have a plan? Yeah, we had a plan, and that was maybe we can't buy you today, but maybe in a few years or so. And that's how that transpired, and that's why today, we've got 170 people in China. We've got 6 office locations, north down to the south, and Hong Kong. And then India came, and Vietnam happened, and all of these things, in the US, and it's all been part of the plan.
But it's always come about from a customer need or a need for us to take control of the situation. So Aaron touched on the fact that it was about control. For years, we'd have to be reliant on partners who had a different vision to us. Their vision was elsewhere. It was Europe, it was USA. We had our customers here who were demanding control.
It happened quickly because we had a vision, and it was, we don't want to be the biggest, we just want to be really good at what we do. And to do that, we knew we had to take further control in certain aspects of the supply chain. And a good example of that is, people have said, why did you open up in Adelaide? What are you doing in Adelaide? I've got Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Perth. Well, we said we didn't open up in Adelaide. We had a client that had a need, and that need was really simple. Their product is a wonderful product to market, but running a warehouse and logistically operating that, it's just not where they get the return on investment. So we opened in Adelaide because what we did was we sat down with our client and we're listening to them and said, why don't I take over the lease? Why don't we do that? Let us take over, how many staff?
35.
35, we'll take the staff, we'll take the responsibilities. And Adelaide was open on that basis. Not because Mike and I wanted to put an office there, because our client needed help. China does everything that we do, but also operates where they need to based on the market. So you've got to remember the buy-sell situation. There's a buyer and a seller, and we're all in the middle. So for example, Chinese operation also helps some of our competition. It doesn't just work with us. And there's a neutral approach there, protecting that freight company's data and information and making sure that delivery in full on time, every time.
Aaron, your operation started off the back of our China business, but also started from a need to service our customers here in Australia for an extended period of time. It's a back office support system as well as a freight forwarding business as well.
You look at B2C and B2B programs and so on, that we've been doing that for decades now. And it's about how China is really important to that. How retail is now understanding what they need to do versus what they used to do, and the pressure that puts on the supply chain to push that process back upstream.
But today, that's in 7.5 years, that's grown from 0 staff to 75 staff. And for Australia, it extends our working day from 8 o'clock in the morning now through to 10 p.m. at night. It also extends our coverage compared to market or for our customer need another 4 or 5 hours. Importantly, it then starts to cover those other regions where traditionally we're asleep when it happens in Europe or USA. And it's supporting in not only our offering, but it goes as deep for our customers for accounts receivable, accounts payable.
Well, that's where China's been really important, and it continues to be.